my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Jheanelle and I am an independent filmmaker. As you can see from my robe and the bed that I'm sitting in. So, okay, before I tell you anything else about what's going on today and everything that we have in store and everything that I'm going to be showing you about what it's like to actually be a filmmaker, you need to do 3 things for me. That is like, subscribe, and comment on this video. I would also, additionally, for extra credit, like you to also tap that notification button and make sure that you stay in touch with all of this awesome content that I'm going to be sending your way. Not just like get ready with me videos, not just try on videos, but also really detailed tutorials on how you can start your own career as a filmmaker or as a content creator, as anything you want to do artistically. I'm all about that. I really want to support you guys. So let's get into it. What am I doing in my pajamas in New York City? Yes, I did have a wild night, but that's not what we're talking about. So, I am headed to the spa today. Basically, it's gonna be a back-to-back day with me, guys. Like, today is jam-packed. I flew into New York for work. I have quite a few things to do in preparation for my short film. I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit more about that in some of my other videos, and I will definitely link them in the description box below so you can watch all of that really juicy stuff that's coming out about Gucci, as well as the feature film and my novel and so on and so forth. So I have a really jam-packed today of meetings and heading to the rental house and production, just all different types of stuff. And I know that whenever I have a really stressful day, the way that I like to start things off is by treating myself to a trip to the spa. So I just got up. I'm in New York. I'm staying in Tribeca right now. I'm just about to head out to Oasis Day Spa. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been there before, but it's one of my favorite spots to head to whenever I'm in New York City. So yeah, I will be over there for a couple hours treatment, just doing my facial and getting everything toned and just right. And then I'll let you guys see not only the finished results, but how I use that sparkling, shiny face to kill shit. Excuse me. Pretend I didn't say that. To have a great day getting things done as I start directing my short film. Okay guys, so definitely stay tuned to see all of the juicy details of my full day as an independent filmmaker in New York City. Hi guys, it's me, Jheanelle, back for another Whoops, I'm not introducing anything. Well, that's good to know. So, okay, first of all, let me just tell you about my spa trip. It was absolutely incredible and so necessary, and definitely set my mind in the right direction for me to now talk to you guys about everything that's going on with my 2 short films that I've been working on, Clone and Gucci. So, as you guys know, I'm very, very into style, fashion, haute couture, and mixing that with really edgy fetish elements. I think there's a lot of fashion houses that like to do that already. I mean, Yves Saint Laurent, their 2020 runway show that was all latex. I actually have a pair, well no I don't, but just because I have so much latex, but I've seen a lot of their latex leggings and dresses, bralettes, that have been very, very sexy and always are available on a lot of the, websites, luxury websites that I shop on. So this is all to say that I got really inspired by just my own kind of inner deep, fantasies, as well as everything that's just been happening in culture in terms of like people I don't know. I think that we're coming to a time where like gender identity and sexual identity is becoming increasingly more important, and that discourse is becoming, much more fluid and just a lot more free than it's ever been. And I really like that, and that's something that I wanted to kind of touch on and continue to grow with through my work and through the work that I'm producing as a filmmaker. Which is why Clone, which is the first film that I am actually now casting for. If you guys are interested in performing in Clone, that's going to be shot in Los Angeles. We're looking at, because you know that these things, oh my God, I thought I was going to shoot this in December, y'all. I literally just got like this started, So you always think these things are going to happen much sooner than they really, sometimes the universe allows you to. But I am actually working on Clone pretty much January through February 2022. I'm already in the first stages of casting, and I'm definitely going to be casting an even wider net. So if you guys are interested in performing in Los Angeles, it is 2 roles, and I'm looking for actresses who have some type of dance background and look a little bit like me. So I guess that kind of gives you a sneak peek onto what the film is about. So I did say something about latex. I did say something about multiple characters that are emulating or taking each other's identity. And I did talk about, identity as a whole, and how that's become such a, I guess, really important and very, very honored facet of the discourse, right, in the zeitgeist of our particular culture. So I wanted to, with Clone, without giving you too many spoilers for what's it going to be, because you guys know that the only way to actually see any of my short films is to subscribe to either my OnlyFans or my Patreon. I'm going to provide either of those links in the description box below so you can check it out as soon as these things come out. I'm literally getting this information to you like by the minute, fresh, up to date, hot off the presses. So there'll be a lot of stuff for you to see. Just bear with me and be patient, and check out a lot of the other stuff that I have on those accounts, because there's a lot of very sexy, very like stylish femme fatale content that I think that you guys are really going to enjoy. So, okay, now that I've given away like 1,000 spoilers about what this movie is about, Clone, actually was inspired by a photo shoot that one of my favorite art directors in Myanmar, I don't know if you guys know this, but I lived in Myanmar for about 2 years, off and on. I have like 8 passport stamps from Myanmar in my passport, no lie. And I did spend some time modeling there in Southeast Asia for quite a while. So one of my favorite art directors in Myanmar, Pyo Tiha, love you so much, did this fantastic shoot where he basically got, 3 characters together, and just the lighting and the costume and the makeup just set it up in such a way where it really felt like they were clones of each other, and they were kind of mirroring each other and matching each other. And I really like the idea of that, and I like the idea of using that, of, playing with the way that we see each other, right, in comparison to what we really are and what we're really doing, right, and playing on that mystery, and particularly, how that mystery kind of extends to the things that we fetishize. I know that, a lot of times I say fetish, and I think that what I'm hoping that you guys understand is that go to a dictionary and look up the meaning of fetish. You'd be surprised. When I had my first gender studies, I'm a gender studies major. I got my bachelor's degree in that at University of Southern California. So one of my first gender studies classes, they were like, my teacher was like, what is the meaning of fetishize? Let's talk about this, right? Because everybody's saying this right now. And we all raising our hands and mentioning different things and this and that and da-da, tara. And the reality is that what it actually means to fetishize is to give an unnatural strength to something. So I really like the concept of that because I think, you know, power dynamics, and particularly power dynamics in interpersonal exchanges, romantic exchanges, sexual exchanges, are oftentimes so free-flowing, it's very difficult to tell who's on top and who's on bottom, you know. And a lot of it is definitely contingent on perception and memory and who is put in the position of authorship, right? Who's the narrator on that. So I know I'm talking a lot, but if you guys agree with any of these things, or, you know, if any of these points are kind of ringing true for you, or in your own maybe experiences dating or in your own lives, I would love to hear more about that in the comments. So please let me know down below. That's all really great inspiration for me and for the film. So yeah, I just got really, you know, inspired by that concept, and I just felt like taking these clones of different, you know, women of color and putting them in a space where they are wearing, you know, attire that is typically fetishized, and kind of focusing on the body and using that as a way to speak and let all of that sexy, oozy, goozy sexuality flow, and then just kind of see what happens. So I'm excited for you guys to see it. It's coming out soon. As I said, I'm in the middle of casting now, so if you guys are interested in entertainment, have ever had any interest in entertainment at all, you should definitely get in touch with me, and just let me know, you know, how did you get started, or where are you on your journey as a filmmaker, as a content creator, or anything like that. But moreover, because we are so close to, I guess, getting everything shot, we figured out our studio and videographer and all that other stuff, I just wanted to, I guess, give you guys a little bit more insight on the technical side of, you know, making a film, and particularly if you're interested in independent filmmaking, or if you're interested in like creating short films or anything like this, because when you are seeing me on the very start of the journey to one day the beautiful blossoming rose, Ava DuVernay. So you're seeing me really on day one of the journey, and I want you guys to see that so you can really be inspired by that too, and learn from that too. Learn from everything that I'm doing, my mistakes, my lessons, learned everything. So not only did I want to give you an update as to where I was on the film, we are in the midst of casting and we're getting ready to shoot. We're going to be shooting by, if not, you know, the end of this month, then definitely February. I swear on that. Knock on wood. I'm not playing around. Not only give you an update on where we are, but also give you an update on, you know, where I am in the technical process. So we are going to give you a very exclusive first-hand look on what it's like to get some real shooting equipment. I'm sure you guys, you know, if you've ever thought about what it's like to make a movie, your first question is, well, how could little old me do that by myself, right? The first step, I would say, is to start talking to some people that are really knowledgeable about how to shoot what you are envisioning, right? So we are going to head over to an awesome rental house today to set up, first of all, my account with the rental house. And, you know, that's basically enabling me to now rent equipment like cameras, lights, you name it, in order to make, you know, to make my films. But we're also going to, you know, have an opportunity to test out some equipment as well. So it's going to give you guys an opportunity to take a first-hand look on, you know, what are some of these lights, what are some of these cameras, how do these things actually shoot, and are they the right thing that you're looking for your next project. So definitely something to really be excited about. You're gonna get a super sneak peek on first-hand look at being a filmmaker. Okay guys, I think it's time to go. All right guys, we're at Flug, New York, at their lights department. So come on in. So here we are guys at one of the rental houses that I like to use whenever I'm doing any of my independent productions, feature length, short films, or anything that I'm working on. I'm going to give you a fantastic tour of the entire facility, and particularly of a lot of their lights and some of the lights that you might want to consider if you are ever, thinking about making your own film. Okay guys, come on. More or less beautiful now that I'm in good lighting. That is the real test of my makeup skills. Oh my god. Guys, do you see this? First of all, don't even look at my face. Look at my nails. That's what you should really be paying attention to. In this brilliant sky panel. How much is a sky panel? How much is one of these?
It's like $6,000.
$6,000 light. This one light could have paid for one semester of school. Depending on where you went to school. Oh my god. Okay, so I definitely want to switch it up for you guys and just let you see kind of all the power and intensity that you can get out of some of these lights and some of the lights that I typically work on or work with for some of my films. This is amazing. But you know what, honestly, equipment is something I usually don't deal with that much. I kind of delegate out as a director, and really trust a lot of my team, a lot of my crew to kind of take care of that stuff for me. But I still think it's a good idea anytime that you are considering making the leap maybe from a content creator to an indie filmmaker, that you want to maybe consider just learning more about the craft, right? And learning more about how do people do what they do and how do people achieve that look, right? Because then you could be much more brilliant. I sound like a school teacher. But then you could be much more, you can communicate points with your crew way better is what I found. So this is incredible. Just to show you guys the difference of the color and the lights. And then look at that, nothing. Just the faintest. There's also color gels too, in case you guys want to check those out. So.
You just pull it out at the end.
Honestly, this is why I don't do anything for myself, because my fingernails don't allow me to. I can only point and be like, do that. That's God's special gift to me. So, I don't know if you guys have seen gels, but basically you just use them as a way to either tint, diffuse, soften light, a lot of different ways you can go about it. So we just had a much warmer gel on, and I was just showing you the reflection on my hand and the differences in the color of the light. So why don't I try, something a little bit more blue toned or cyan, whatever. What's your favorite word for the color blue? Azul? Okay. And now I'm going to turn up the intensity on the light as well. And can you see how just sharp and kind of sterile that lighting looks? See, something like that would be perfect for a doctor's office, or someplace where you really want to get that sense of brightness, cleanliness, almost glaringly bright light. And because it's a cool tone light as well, I think something like that was really perfect when you want a feeling of stoicness as well. So I just love the way that certain equipment, and the way you can see I'm playing around with the warmth of the light as well, even though I'm still using a cool toned gel, can really, you know, make or break your shoot. Okay guys, so I want to let you see even more. I want to show off some even more fabulous lights to you guys and give you a greater tour of Flug Rental House. So this particular department is specifically for lights. That's why we're looking so much so at that particular equipment today. As you can see, they are fully stocked with lots of stuff. That's why I love working with them and why I'm so excited to set up an account with them. I think we just took a look at some of the Asteria lights. These are like, you know, just different types of equipment that you use to kind of put everything together and make your vision come true as a filmmaker. So let's take a look at some more stuff. Or like RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm gonna name all the things I could describe this as, not saying the word rainbow. So unicorn, cotton candy, RuPaul's Drag Race season 5, MTV Spring Break, goth girl hair colors. I'm doing a good job, aren't I? So, well, okay, what light am I holding, right?
It's the Asteria.
The Asteria.
It's the AX1.
So as you can see, some of the beauty of these lights is that, you know, they have so many different functionalities, and honestly, you can control all of this from your phone, just utilizing their handy dandy router. So it enables you to have that full, complete control and, you know, accessibility when you're on set, because realistically, I mean, look at how much equipment is around us right now. Having something that you can control with your phone, with something that you know where it's going to be constantly, is extremely helpful. I don't know if you guys have even been paying attention to what I've been saying, because look at these lights. So trippy. I'm kind of tripping out right now. I'm kind of losing it right now. Getting very wavy. So guys, just wanted to show off this final light to you. So this is the light mat. I'm not sure exactly the particular type of light mat, whatever, but I am showing off a light mat with the softbox attachment on it. You can obviously actually use the light without the softbox, and it still works really, really great. But what I like about this, and I'm going to hold it up because, first of all, what's so amazing about this is the fact that it's super lightweight. I don't know if you saw me earlier trying to lift that sky panel, but I feel like I just came from CrossFit, honestly. So this is excellent because it's super lightweight, and it's something that any like vlogger or any content creator, it's a perfect transition light between, you know, the vlogging that you're doing and, you know, your professional usage as a filmmaker. So I really, really love this, and I just wanted to give you, I'm like pointing it in front of me to give you guys an opportunity to see what the light actually looks like, you know, and if it's something that you yourself would actually want to use. One thing that there definitely is to note about these lights, and that I've learned about them just today actually, is that they, while you're able to, you know, adjust the warmth of the light, and in a certain way you can, in so doing, kind of adjust the tone a little bit, these are not multifunctional colored lights. You're not going to be able to get all those pow, you know, fun little accessory colors that we were getting with the light that I previously showed you, the Asteria lights. You're not going to be able to shoot a music video or a hip hop video or something like that with this. You know, not even like, I mean, some of the sky panel that we just looked at, guys, you could use those presets for shooting anything, for a welding scene, for a campfire scene, for a cop car, you know, and just use that as a stand-in for the actual, you know, practical prop or whatever. You're not really gonna get this here, but what you will get is some really fantastic lighting for an interview, for an editorial, and for a lot of the work that you'd be doing if you were vlogging or even shooting a docuseries. So you might want to think about this. It's definitely a less expensive option in comparison to some of the lights that we just looked at. And I don't know, guys, what do you think? Do you think I look like a movie star? So these are like the feature-length movie lights. Like when you're thinking Spielberg, this is what you're thinking, right? So these are like the biggest one that you have, the HMI, right? Like,
no, we got bigger.
They get bigger than this. Do you see this? This looks like a Decepticon. Don't address it. It might transform. These are just incredible lights, but they burn really, really hot, which is something to bear in mind. But you know, when you want that silver screen look, you gotta go for the silver screen light, and this is definitely it.